Today we're talking about stop being on your phone. This is going to increase your socializing skills, and you guys will see why. We have several points here, but first thing I want to point out is almost everybody in this generation, or people around my age, pretty much are always constantly on their phone. They're always distracted, always occupying their mind, and the thing is, they're not building that socializing skills, talking with other people. And the only way you're going to build up that socializing skill is if you're talking to them in person. If you're talking to them through text, well, guess what? You're not building that skill. You're not building your personality, because pretty much you have that extra time. Be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to think of something clever. When you're talking to somebody in person, you're like, you know what? You got to think on the quicks. You have to kind of think. You're not going to be that person that's going to be like 20 seconds to reply. You're going to be like, then you just go and reply. It's like a little awkward. You have to be like, you know what? Hey, how's your day going? And you're like, hey, it's not going too bad or whatever, You build that personality and you start talking and you start building that socializing skill. Instead of being that person, you know what? You ask them, how's their day going? And it'll take them like maybe 20 seconds to reply. A little bit slower, you can tell they're actually really, really thinking about it. Or one of those things that they're a little awkward about it. But we're going to talk about several points here. I think 3 points that I think are pretty much crucial and important. So first one being is increasing opportunities to meet people. So this one's going to be pretty much similar to the last point, but this increases your opportunities to meet people, because like when you ditch the phone, it kind of forces you to socialize with people, because you don't have some sort of entertainment. You're like, you know what? Oh, okay, I have to talk to this person if I want to, meet somebody, or just realizing, you know what, the phone is always distracting you and it's missing opportunities, which this is kind of going with the other point, which is makes you more approachable. And you guys will see why these interlink and they pretty much go together. So think about it like this. We're going to have a scenario. You have one person that's on their phone, and this is going to be like something common that I see at the gym. So you have somebody on their phone and they're just looking down on it, have the headphones, and then you have another person that they literally have no phone, no headphones, nothing. They're there just working out. Who are you more unlikely to approach if you needed to talk to them? Ask them, hey, can you give me a spot? Who are you more likely to ask? And most likely it'll be the person without headphones, or the person that's not on their phone. And the reason that is because like they're more approachable. And there's several reasons why they're more approachable. First off, you can talk to them. You don't have to go and get their attention, have to go and wave them down. You can just be like, hey, can I ask you for a favor? Be like, and they'll just respond to you right away and be like, yeah, what is it? And you'll be like, hey, can you give me a spot? And that's how you meet people. Be like, oh, thank you for spotting me. Hey, what's your name? I've seen you around or whatever. And you start building up that socializing skill. And here's the thing, the person with the headphones, you most likely won't approach them, because you'll feel like first off, you have to get their attention. Second off, you'll be distracting them. You'll be like, yeah, I kind of feel bad for bothering them, or something like that. And then also, it's just one of those things that's kind of off-putting. So most likely you'll approach the person without headphones. So that's why those points kind of interlink, is because like if you're the person without headphones, your people are more likely to approach you. And that's how these points kind of interlink, is if you're that person, people will start approaching you. This will be like if you're out there on the subway or the train or the bus, because I can almost guarantee it, they either have their headphones or they're looking at their phone. People are constantly stuck to their technology. And this is going to go into our last point here, which is pretty much being present. And this one's really important, because like there's so many things that you can miss being present. When you're constantly on your phone, you're not going to be paying attention to whoever you're hanging out with. And I noticed this with myself. So this comes down to family and all that. I notice when I'm at the house or whatever, my dad will be talking to me. I'm like, hey, how's your day and all that. Sometimes I'll just be on my phone. I'm like, oh, it's not too bad or whatever. And see, it's just small talk, and it's like I'm not even paying attention. It's just like autopilot. The thing is, when you put your phone down, And my dad was to ask me like, hey, how's your day going? I'll be like, oh, you know what, it wasn't too bad, we did this and that. And see, the conversation is a whole lot more. I'll be like, hey, what'd you do? Because like, see, I'm not distracted with when you're constantly on your phone. So this pretty much helps you out with your socializing. Another example here is when I'm hanging out with somebody, when I'm meeting them, when I'm trying to generally build a connection. You know, sometimes like with the girls that I'm hanging out with and all that, they're on their phone. I'm like, you know what, this person doesn't really value my time and they're kind of disrespecting me. I'm trying to talk to them and they give me half you know, decent answers. I'm trying to keep my language pretty good because I would use other words, but anyways, the conversation wouldn't go that smoothly or whatever. They'll be like constantly on their phone, like texting or, you know, Snapchatting, whatever it may be, always constantly distracted, and it's like the vibe just isn't there, you know, they're not present. And I'm like, you know what, I can't wait till this person leaves, or I can't wait till I go. And it's just one of those things that when you're present, you take the time to put your phone down and give the other person that you're hanging out with your full attention. It helps building up that socializing skills, because you realize, hey, you know what, instead of being on my phone, I actually have to conversate. I'm like, I have to talk to them, I have to be genuine, and, you know, just build that connection, you know, that vibe, that energy. So I challenge you guys to do this. The people that you hang out around most, put your phone down, don't pay attention to it, give them your full attention, and just see how your socializing skills increase. This is not something that's going to happen instantly. It takes time, practice, and also it builds up over time. And the thing that it builds up over time is it kind of compounds. When you learn, hey, you know what, this is how you socialize, this is how you talk to people, it starts building up, and you're like, oh, you know what, I'm getting better at it. And it becomes a skill that's second nature to you, and then also a whole lot better. So I challenge you guys, whenever you're hanging out with somebody that's you know, just hanging out with somebody, put your phone down and pay attention to how many times you get on your phone, and then how many times do they get on their phone. And if they're on their phone, just treat it, you know what, they're disrespecting my time, and value it, and be like, you know what, I'm gonna just go ahead and go somewhere else because these people don't value my time, they don't want to socialize. And realize, you know what, okay, bye, laters. And you just have to treat it like that. Anyways, guys, video is getting a little bit long here. We're gonna go ahead and summarize the points. First 2 points pretty much interlinked together, which is pretty much gives you more opportunities, and then also you become more approachable when you're not on your phone or, you know, using technology. This increases your chances for other people to approach you, and also for you to approach other people. You realize, you know what, hey, I can go talk to this person, or this person, they realize, hey, I can go talk to you. And it's just one of those things that it increases your opportunities and makes you become more approachable. So realize that when you're not using your phone or technology or anything like that, you're not distracted, you're in the present, people are more likely to approach you, talk to you. Thing is, don't expect, hey, I'm gonna be approached by so many people. Be like, you know what, maybe I'll get approached by a person once a month. Keep your expectations low. I don't want you guys having your expectations really high, because when you have them high, you disappoint yourself, and I don't want you guys getting disappointed. Don't expect that this is going to increase all your problems. But one thing I do want you guys to take away from this video is be present. When you're in present, this is going to guarantee increase your socializing skills. You're going to realize, you know what, other people aren't in the present, they're always on their phones. So like, use the example on the subways, trains, buses, you know, just look at the gyms, wherever you're hanging out. If you're even eating out in a restaurant, pay attention to how many people are on their phones. Because I noticed this, when you go to a restaurant and all that, instead of people talking to each other, they're on their phones, which is like, hey, why are you guys even eating out? What's the point of it? What's the purpose if you guys aren't going to socialize? So be present in the moment. Realize, you know what, whoever you're spending time with, make them the priority, because at the end of the day, it's about the connections and socializing. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video on the topic, drop me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and check out some of my other videos. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.